Okay, okay. uh, I just. Okay. I just got done watching She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Season 1. Oh, writers will be writers, I swear. So, what do I think of this whole thing as a whole? And I will get into the. I believe it's the final episode. I'm not entirely sure. If it's not, then I will go back on that. But I believe with this finale, it's supposed to cap end, is basically this type of Ally McBeal's season 1 hoopla with superpowers in the Marvel Universe. Now, what we have here, again, what people said is yes, it's just the writers inserting themselves into the storyline, saying how they would feel about certain things when they should be writing for the character and not for themselves. Not use the character as a platform or a puppet to speak through of their own personal agendas. Now, remember, that's not what the writer is supposed to do. A writer's not supposed to put their words in characters' mouths. They're supposed to make the characters come to life. This character's not alive. This character is some plausible thing of wokeness. It's a product of the times. With cancel culture, backlash, uh, all that stuff, and it's all just getting in the way of the story. Well, this is the story. Like, no, that's not a story. That's just you trying to cover your ass and try to be the hip kid, the mom who says, "Let's kick it." You know, it's like no adult talks like that. I don't care if you are in your late 20s. No adult talks like that. Um, Enchanted, by the way. With Disenchanted is actually coming out soon, which I'm rather curious to see. Not Netflix's Disenchanted, Disney's Disenchanted. Just so you know, there is a difference there. So, what has our She-Hulk gone through? She's gone through a contrived origin story, reimagined origin story, a contrived, oh god, man-hating experience until she wants a guy. Then she'll go out and find a guy for a one-night stand twice, and then a lot of shenanigans happen, but no real story. I don't feel entertained. I don't feel better about myself. There's no outlook. You know, there's nothing here for me, and not because it's a She-Hulk character or a female character. I have gotten tons of mileage out of female-centered stories, various genres, and titles and characters, side characters, lead characters, background characters, you know. But this is just meh. It's hard to get mad at it because it's just a mess. It's just a mess of ideals, of woke ideals and counterculture, and it just splices it all together and says, there, it's a story. But it's not. It's not a story. A story has to have a progression. Nothing happens to her that really matters. Jen just has random woke stuff happen to her that she can then kind of bounce off of and give commentary on women empowerment, and men are just kind of just there, blah. And then, I mean, seeing Daredevil again is nice and all, and one, he doesn't quip, by the way. Other than that, yes, it was really true to form. This legal legal comedy is what's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be Ellie McBeal. The '90s character comic and cartoon show had this character be She-Hulk, be confident, be witty, charming, likable, sexy. This She-Hulk can be pretty at times if she doesn't look like like a like a video game cutscene. But she's just that athletically attractive, but not sexy attractive. There is a difference, and quite frankly, it just gets a little annoying hearing her be a mouthpiece for these woke writers, or writer, and it's just distracting. It's just not worth my time listening to all this garbage. And I was like, oh God, I'm not here to be talked down to. Even if I was a woman or a man, doesn't matter. I feels like I would still be talked down to, either or. It doesn't feel like anything I would embrace if I was the other sex. Like, yeah! It's like, no, I wouldn't be cheering for this character. I don't know what woman would be cheering for this character. No sane one, that's for sure. This is not a positive role model. I'm not saying the 90s show, cartoon, or the comic book was 100%, a role model, but it showed a woman in power who wasn't. We didn't have to talk down to you about things, and the stories were better. They were more apparent. She was out there dealing with it. They kind of dealt with stuff, but it's more like Wong, Wong again, oh, and the Abomination again, and it's like, okay, and then Daredevil. It's like, okay, and it's like, oh, I'm not an Avenger, so she doesn't meet the Avengers. She actively does not go and talk to the Avengers. She has like a low opinion of the Avengers, because they're male dominant. Yeah, please. When was the last time you pulled a self-sacrificing move there, lady? Like, come on. It doesn't feel like she's gone through a growth of any sort. The She-Hulk was just supposed to be another persona. It was supposed to be this sense of endless confidence and belief in herself that she is capable. Before she had doubts. She was supposed to be, when she's She-Hulk in the comics and the cartoon show, she's supposed to be confident and witty and charming and just this, what's that word for? Nightingale, sensual woman. She had sensualness to her. She was just this thing of 90s product, you know, but you respected her. Yes, you thought of her as a sex symbol, but you see her in the courtroom. You see her handling, was it Toad? From the I forget what his name was, the big brained green guy, you know, Commander, I think it was, or whatever his name was. But you see her always keep her cool and kindness and kind of hitting on everyone. She hits on characters. No one really hits on her because they feel incredibly intimidated by her, uh, which is nice. It's nice to see a woman hit on people and just exude an endless sexual confidence. It was nice. The 90s constant quipping and excessive yeah, attention deficit disorder or compulsion was a bit of a hindrance. You can't do this back to back to watch episodes back to back to back to back because then it gets really grating. But that aside, she was a fantastic character. This in this show is bland and blah and given just an athletic form, period. Not a sexy form, but athletic form, period. Is insufferable. Women splaining, fourth wall breaking, meh of a character that I honestly could not give a shit about. I really can't. And there've been a lot of characters that like Andor, on Disney. I like the world, story, and characters I could not give flying anything about. Because it's just too contrived. I'm looking for my sister. It's not really his sister. Um, he is hunted by the detective of the Empire who, for whatever reason, just says, this is the case. I'm going to double and triple down on it because otherwise we wouldn't have a show. It's his actions that drive everything because then it has stakes. Because now it's like a ticking clock. The character has to race against the ensuing long arm of the Empire. You know? So again, it's horribly contrived, stock, and boring. Now, I haven't seen the new episodes, but honestly, if you can't hook you in the first episode, excuse me, then it's not really doing its job. But I'll give it a shot. See, maybe the later episodes make it better. Now that the sheriff's plan has basically blown up in his face, like it wasn't going to. You're defying orders. But whatever. So yeah, Disney's dropped the ball yet again. So yeah, I'm just like, Christ. Alright, so what's the next project? The Thunderbolts or something? Like, what's the next movie that I'll only go see once because it's only good once? You know, to go see it and find out for yourself whether or not it's actually good or not. It's like I don't want to. I'm getting annoyed where I'm like, I rather not see it in theaters if I can help it. You know, because Disney's not. Because at the end of this, She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall when suddenly, you know, they get a hold of her blood somehow. I guess while she was asleep or something. I don't know. This guy injects into himself. The Abomination's there to kind of just be there. Uh, Regular Hulk shows up, and Jen's like, wait, stop. Let me break the fourth wall. Let me get out and do my thing. And she finds Kevin and starts blaming it on not the writers, but the algorithm's fault for why She-Hulk sucks. And even with her alterations, it's still a terrible show, despite her changing the ending. Doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, that's my thoughts. I gotta go. I'm out of time on this thing. Alright, take care. Bye.